So guys, we're not like chained to this one timeline, I think, because there's this timeline, but if we're here, it's weird because like would you die if your home timeline that you came from, let's say you were born here, and you make a decision that kills that timeline that you were born in, do you just cease to exist? Or do you still exist? Because if we're thinking about this, this would still be a parallel universe, so you would technically still exist. Because this parallel universe of you would still exist. And you would just be someone who just it's kind of weird because like would you exist or would you not? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of questions and I'm just making my theories here. Like there's only three things of position you can think. I think there's only three ways of position though. But time is really weird. And there's at least three dimensions of time, I think. But what this third dimension of time would be is kind of weird because I'm trying to think like if this is another dimension, then would this just be one universe? So then what if we could encapsulate this entire thing into a seventh dimension to where, let's say this has all possible universes, so times infinity. So this is all possible timelines, so this is like multi-dimensioned time, but it's only the sixth dimension, if that makes sense. There's just multiple timelines on it. And they have multiple, each timeline has multiple, here I have to do a different color. Each timeline has multiple outcomes that it can have, and then one outcome dies. So in the end of time, and that's the other thing, are all these the same length? Do they all get cut off at the same time? Or do they, because technically the end of time would never be the end of time because you would still have a timeline going. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the seventh dimension. I'm trying to think like, so we'll say this is all of our timelines in all of another seventh dimension's timelines. So all of our timelines and all of our other dimensions timelines, all the decisions they can make, and this would be 7th through 10th. So a 10th dimensional being, which is God, what I would think, or 10th or 11th, because maybe 11th would mean he can bend this time. But I would think 11th is all the different gods, or all the different instances of God. I believe there's only one God in this universe, though. There might be more in, like, I'm not saying this is true, but I'm saying we live in this universe. There could be other ones where God's made other stuff. So then, there's all these gods, or all these instances of God making all these different things. So this is one thing God's made. And then he has all these different timelines of him making all these different things infinite. But there's nothing more to make because you've already made everything that can be made. Possibly. Which would technically not be infinity because, I mean, there would have to be a number with it. It would be so big that not, even if we used every single resource on Earth to record it, we couldn't. But yeah. even just with 9s and powers of 9, of 9, of 9, of 9, we couldn't record it. Because every little decision you do on this one timeline affects this whole one. It makes multiple different ones. I'm probably wrong about this, but we'll see. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, first my code, and goodbye.